Whether you've just adopted a kitten or are expecting one soon, you'll want to make sure your home is ready for your new arrival. Unlike a puppy, a cat can easily hide and get into all kinds of trouble if not properly kitten-proofed. So here's how to build a kitten-friendly home. First, you're going to need some supplies. Get some non-toxic cleaners, paper towels, and a knife or scissors. Now we can start prepping the house. Kittens like to climb, so you'll want to put away anything they could get into that you do want them climbing on, like kitchen counters, shelves, and even tables. You'll also want to move breakable items out of reach. And don't forget to look up if you have curtain cords hanging down. Make sure those are out of reach too. They can be a strangulation hazard. Now it's time to focus on the floor. You're going to want to tuck away any loose wires, power cords, or other small objects they could chew on or swallow. Speaking of swallowing, you're going to want to keep potentially dangerous plants out of reach. The ASPCA has a great list of toxic and non-toxic plants for you to reference. If you do have any toxic plants, make sure they re-up high where the kitten can't get to them, or use barriers like a baby gate. Next, let's talk trash. Make sure your trash cans are closed and secured with a garbage disposal or some sort of latch, because kittens are curious and they love to explore their world with their mouths. Also, since we're talking about trash, now is a good time to bring in your new kitten's litter box. You'll want to put the litter box in a quiet, easily accessible location away from food and water. If you have other pets, especially a dog, you're going to want to choose a spot that's safe from them. A general rule of thumb is to get the largest litter box that you can fit in the space you have in mind. That way your kitten has room to turn around and dig in without knocking the litter everywhere. Fill it with a couple inches of litter and you're good to go. Now let's take a quick break from the floor because there's a lot more to cover. It's time to talk windows and screens. Securely close or cover any windows and balcony doors with window screens. Because of their natural curiosity, kittens can get into all kinds of trouble when exploring their environment. So secure any blind cords and make sure windowsills are free of hazardous cleaners and toxic plants. You may even consider adding a screen to the window if your kitten likes to climb and jump. Next, check any furniture you have that the kitten may try to climb. Secure tall furniture to the wall to prevent tipping. And finally, let's cover the great escape, your front door. If your kitten happens to dart out an open door, they could be hit by a car or get lost. So make sure to install a screen door to prevent this from happening. Last but not least, let's cover some basic safety items to have around the house. First, get a carrier. This will be used to transport your kitten to and from the vet, so it's important that they get used to it at a young age. Start by putting it in a safe, quiet room and leaving the door open. Put their food and water in the carrier so they associate it with positive things like food and water. Next, get a first aid kit. In case of emergency, it's best to be prepared. A basic first aid kit should include gauze, tape, antibiotic ointment, and a styptic pencil. You may also consider pet first aid spray. Finally, don't forget to get an ID tag. Even if your kitten is an indoor cat, they could escape outside or be snatched by a predator. An ID tag with your contact info on it can help reunite you with your lost kitten. Now that your home is prepped and you have everything you need, you're ready for your new kitten. Remember, adopting a kitten is a big commitment, but one that will bring lots of love and joy to your home for many years to come. For more tips on bringing a kitten home, visit our website.